With me now, Shameel Joosub, the CEO of Vodacom. Thanks very much for your time. It's been a whirlwind trip for you to COP27. What are the key takeaways?
I think really the commitment in terms of trying to create a better planet for our kids, and I think what's been amazing is the level of attendance, which shows the seriousness of the issue, but also the commitments that are coming from governments and corporates alike.
And Shameel, from a telecommunications perspective, the key themes that you feel you take home and perhaps change the way that you engage in the telecommunications industry?
I think the first part is that, of course, we as a corporate need to do our part in terms of reducing our emissions, but also in terms of moving towards net zero. And I think what we've done is make clear commitments in that regard, that we'll reduce our GHG emissions by 50% by 2025, but also try and source by 2025 100% of our electricity from renewable sources. And I think that's quite a big part for us. So that's the one part. The second part is, what is our role as Vodacom in helping to create the technology for good that can actually help solve some of these climate issues? And how can we play a bigger role in improving the planet to a large degree? And in that respect, we bring some of our platforms and the abilities of those platforms to solve real life crises, I think, is one of the big things. So example would be our farming platforms, our My Farm Web and Connected Farmer platform, and the impact that's already having in countries in terms of improving food security and availability of food and producing a better yield of crop, I think has been quite amazing.
And you recently commissioned a survey around the digital environment with regards to farmers in a number of different African countries. Can you elaborate on the findings?
Yeah, I think one of the big things is, of course, given the Ukraine crisis and how it's impacted the world, and of course Africa has not been immune to that in any form. In fact, it's got more of those struggles that's impacting, because if you're buying your equipment and stuff in dollars, it's become a lot more expensive. Fuel prices have gone up. So these things have impacted farmers and their ability to run a profitable farm. And the ability for technology to play a role, I think, becomes really, really critical. And that's, so what farmers have expressed is this dismay of being able to, and the pressures that they face with, but also acknowledge the role that technology can play in helping them. So giving them access to these platforms has become critical for us. And so we have solutions that deal with large farms like My Farm Web, and we have our Connected Farmer solution, and we have over 2 million farmers now using our platform across the continent. So I think that's really been quite key. But
it's
also
such a key focus, given that agriculture is an underpin for the entire African continent.
Correct. One of the other problems, is the loss of water. All the way from South Africa to Egypt, where you're losing as much as 25 to 30% of your water is being lost due to leaks, and this is a problem that Africa is plagued with. So we have solutions for that. We have a solution that we're displaying here at our booth at COP27. That can be utilized in Egypt, but we also have solutions that we built out in South Africa that can help to put sensors onto the pipes and identify exactly where the water leaks are coming from, and then it makes it so much easier to solve. We also have solutions that we've developed that can reduce power consumption in a building or in a base station by much as 20 to 30%. And so those solutions we want to implement across the continent and play our role in terms of helping.
Shameel, has it been worthwhile, your trip to COP27?
Very much so. I think, basically, firstly being exposed to everything, and meeting different partners that are willing to partner with us, that are willing to work on solutions with us, I think is quite critical. And having so many world leaders in one place I think also makes a big difference, because you can gain access and have those discussions, and they focused on the climate change issue because they're here. And so it makes those discussions a lot easier to have, and also finding solutions.
Shameel Joosub, thank you so much. Always great chatting to you.
Thanks,
and
Bob.
excellent to chat to you at COP27, Sharm
Thank you.
el Sheikh, Egypt.
Thank you.